It's the first day of January. You told yourself this year would be different. You'd wake up at 5 a.m., go for a jog, and maybe even try those green smoothies everyone swears by. But here you are, struggling to even roll out of bed. And then the pressure kicks in. You see influencers with perfect morning routines and feel like you're already behind. You start listing all the things you want to achieve this year. Lose weight, start a side hustle, journal daily, save money, meditate, read 50 books. But by the end of the day, you are burned out and nothing really gets done. Then hits the guilt. You feel like you failed and a little motivation you started with, gone. You think maybe I'm not disciplined enough, maybe I'll never figure this out. But here's the thing, I am not here to tell you to wake up early, go for a walk, or drink your green smoothies. You don't need another list of perfect habits to feel like you're already failing. What you really need is a way to stop making the same mistakes that keep you stuck and finally build a life you can be proud of, one step at a time. This year, 2025 is going to be different, not because you are perfect or you will be perfect, but because you will learn how to avoid the traps that held you back in the past. So let's dive into the real mistakes to stop making and powerful strategies you need to stay consistent this year. The perfectionism trap. Alright, let's start with a mistake that keeps a lot of us stuck, waiting for the perfect moment. I know what it feels like to say, I'll start once the holidays are over. Or, I need to get this one thing done first and then I promise I am going to start. But here's the harsh truth. The perfect time does not exist. Most of us get trapped in this mindset because we think that starting when things are perfect will make everything easier. But you know what really happens? The more you wait, the scarier it feels to start. Think about it. Have you ever put off cleaning your room for so long that it felt impossible to even begin? But the moment you started, even just by folding one shirt, it got easier. That's because action creates momentum, and the same applies to your goals. Now here's what you can do instead of waiting. Start messy. Starting small isn't a weakness at all. It's a strategy. Let's say you want to start working out. Instead of waiting to buy those new gym clothes or sign up for a fancy membership, just do 5 minutes of stretching today. Or if you want to start journaling, grab an old notebook and jot down 3 sentences tonight, my dear friend, because you don't need the perfect tools or the perfect moment. You just need to take that imperfect step first and then you are all good to go. Let's talk about this another mindset that holds us back. It is the all or nothing mindset. We've all been there, one bad day and suddenly it's like the entire week is ruined. You miss one workout, eat one unhealthy meal or skip one study session and you think, well, I might as well give up. But here's the thing. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up, even if it's not your best day. Life isn't black or white altogether, it's a spectrum. You're trying to save, let's say, 500 every week, and then something very unexpected happens, and you can save only 100. Does that mean you should stop saving altogether? Of course not. You keep going because small efforts still add up over time. So here's your action plan. Instead of focusing on doing things perfectly, focus on doing things well enough. If you can't work out for 30 minutes, do 10. If you don't have time for full morning routine, just meditate for 2 minutes. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Overloading yourself with too many goals. I know it's tempting to set 1,000,000 goals when the new year starts. You're excited, motivated, and full of energy. How many of your last year's goal did you actually achieve? The problem isn't ambition. It's that we often spread ourselves too thin. Whether you're trying to lose weight, learn a new skill, start a side hustle, and declutter your entire house all at once, you're setting yourself up for a burnout. Here's what I have learned: less is more. Pick one or two goals that really matter to you. Goals that excite you and align with your values. Then break them down into smaller, manageable steps. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit this year, focus on something specific like, I will work out 3 times a week. By narrowing your focus, you'll actually see the progress, which will motivate you to keep going over the long run. Trust me, achieving one big goal feels way better than half finishing 10. Letting motivation be your guide. Okay, confession time. I used to be the kind of person who would wait for motivation to strike. And in the beginning, it's great. You're pumped, energized, ready to take on the world. But what happens when motivation fades? Because let's be honest, motivation does fade away. It always does. It's like a spark. It gets things started, but it doesn't keep the fire burning. You know what I mean? So what you need is a system, not just a feeling. And here's what works for me. What I do is I tie my new habits to the things I already do. The thing I read in Atomic Habits. Like for example, if I want to read more, I keep my book next to my bed and read for 10 minutes before sleeping. It's like automatic, no motivation required. The book is right there. When I go to bed, I just pick up the book, read for 10 minutes and it's done. Are you getting it, what I'm trying to say? So if you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food at home. It's that simple. If you want to work out in the morning, lay out your gym clothes the night before. These little systems, make consistency feel effortless. Ignoring your why. Let's get real for a second. Why do you want to achieve your goals? If your answer is something like generic, like I want to be healthier or I want to make more money, it is definitely not enough. What crap reasons are you giving? You need a reason that truly resonates with you. Come on, you can think something deep. Your why is your anchor. On the tough days, the days when you want to quit, it's your why that is going to pull you through. For example, if your goal is to get fit, get deeper, dig deeper. Maybe your real reason is I want to have more energy to play with my kids, or I want to look fit, or I want to be famous, whatever it is. If your goal is to save money, maybe it's because I want to take my parents on a vacation. They'll never forget. Something like this. So take some time to write down your reasons. Just don't be on the surface. Dig deeper. Keep them somewhere visible on your phone, on your desk, wherever you will see them often. Let them remind you of what's at stake. Focusing only on results. We live in a world where everyone's obsessed with results. How much weight did you lose? How much money did you save? But here's what nobody tells you. Results don't happen overnight. What really matters is the process. Instead of saying, I want to lose 10 kgs, focus on habits like drinking more water, eating more veggies, and moving your body daily. These small, consistent actions will naturally lead to results over time. And don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. Did you work out 4 times this month? That's progress too. Celebrate it, because here's the secret. When you fall in love with the process, the results will take care of themselves. Underestimating reset and recovery. Finally, let's talk about rest. Now, hustle culture loves to glorify working 24/7, but here's the thing, rest is not lazy, it is necessary. Without rest, you will burn out. And when you're burnt out, you can't stay consistent. It's that simple logic. Think of rest as recharging your battery. If you keep pushing without taking breaks, you are going to run out of energy. That's why I schedule downtime into my week, just like I schedule work. For example, Sundays are my no work days. I use the time to relax, reflect, and recharge. And guess what? It makes me more productive during the rest of the week. So don't underestimate the power of rest. It's just as important as the work itself. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, and keep living your best life. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.